Eye of the Storm.
Executor, our plan worked perfectly. The Zerg defenses are broken, and the way to the Overmind is laid bare. The time for our stand has come.
Indeed. My friends, this is our final hour. Not all of us may survive the coming conflict. Yet, death may be a blessing should we fail here. We seek now to destroy a foe that has ravaged its way across the universe, consuming all in its path. And now, it has reached the end of its long journey. The Overmind has come to destroy all that we hold dear, and assimilate us into itself. And I say to thee, this shall not come to pass. Ire shall not fall. Executor, I stand ready.
As do I.
Well, I guess all I have left is to see this through. The Zerg have taken everything from me. My home, my family, my friends. I know that nothing I do can bring those things back. But I'll be damned if I just sit on my hands and wait for the end. I want a piece of them, all right. I'm in.
Then let our actions speak for us. For Adun. For Ire.
Ah, yeah, get pumped! Get hyped!
Executor, Tassadar, this comes too late to you. But the Conclave has witnessed your defeat of the Cerebrate. They know now that they cannot deny the necessity or the valiancy of your actions. We sought to punish you, while it was we who were in error. You represent what is greatest in us all, and all our hopes go with you. Entaro Adun, brave sons of Ire.
Wow. Does that mean they're gonna send some backup for us?
Haha! So we did it! We're at the very end! And look, this is actually a pretty cool mission because not only are we controlling the Protoss, our main, I guess they call them tribes here. Or, I don't know. The main Protoss unit we've been controlling this whole time, but we also get to control the Terran. And guess who's the most powerful of all in this mission? Well, at least what I feel. Then again, it's also because I know how to use Terran a lot better than I do with Zerg. Or Protoss, goddammit. It's also kind of funny because like the Protoss got like a better gas start, but the Terran got like a super godlike mineral start. I don't know if you're seeing this, but like that's a lot of minerals. And yeah, and the Protoss here have another geyser, and there's another one a little bit up where we're eventually going to expand, but it doesn't matter because like who's on which side, because we're gathering the minerals for both armies, so they're both sharing it. So yeah. So this mission, because you have such a good start, and because the attacks aren't really that aggressive, like they get mostly aggressive against the Terrans, but we're Terran. We have bunkers and siege tanks, and we can hold whatever we want. We can repair all our stuff. So they're mostly going to be attacking the Terran base, and we're going to be holding it off, so it's not going to be a problem at all. And the Protoss, we just have to build a couple of photon cannons here and there, and we're good to go. So with that in mind, we're going to build a full squadron of battle cruisers and a full squadron of carriers. And because we have this awesome start, and we're basically, excuse me, we already have essentially 2 bases, we can pump and tech up in no time. This is going to be the only mission where I show you like the whole process of me teching up to battle cruisers and carriers. Because in this one, once you get all that going, then it's just defend, build your squads, and once they're done, even if they're at 0 upgrades, even if you don't upgrade, you can pretty much win this mission because carriers support the battle cruisers, and the battle cruisers are the ones that just hit stupid hard. They don't have little interceptors that are all like, oh, I'm gonna hit over here, then fly away, then hit over here. No, 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 no. Battlecruisers are like, alright, this thing needs to die. So it's gonna die. And yeah, here you go. See? Who do they go and attack first? They attack the Terrans. They know who's boss over here. And this mission later gets referenced in Brood War, when another Protoss character is just like, yeah, but we defeated the Overmind. What are you so scared of them? When they're talking about the Terrans from that those episodes. But Zeratul reminds that guy that he's just like, you know, we did it with the help of the Terrans. So shut your mouth. It was actually pretty cool. I remember growing up and thinking it's just like, oh, another Protoss vs Zerg mission, and then seeing, at that time I didn't look at the map. I was just like, I didn't even move the units. Like, you saw me in the beginning move the workers right away. I didn't know you could do that. I thought it was like when it freezes the game just so it can get the dialogue going. But yeah, no, I just looked at the base. I was just like, oh, this is a pretty mediocre start. But I guess it's because it's supposed to be hard. And then Reynard says his line and shows you all these minerals, and you're like, oh shit. Of course, I guess the tough thing is for new players, it's like, how are you going to control two different races at the same time? Which I can see that being a little bit hard. Because, yeah, like, you have to change your hotkeys on the fly. Like, and by change, I mean, like, say right now, when I'm dealing with Terran right now, I know all the hotkeys. It's like, oh, you know, M for Marine, B, U for Bunker, T for Tank, blah, blah, blah. And then you switch over to Protoss, and you're like, oh, wait, this is a different hotkey, right? I'm supposed to do this. So I can see how that could be a little challenging. That and the constant supply building. You think you're fine with Protoss, and then you start building with Terran, and then it tells you to build more supply depots. You're like, oh, right. But again, we're gonna have so many minerals in this mission that supply is not gonna be an issue. Well, it shouldn't be an issue. Obviously, like every other person, I forget, so I kind of get supply block here and there. But yeah, so far with Terran, we're almost there at the tech up part. We're starting to build our starport, but we still need a science facility with an attached physics lab. That's what allows us to build battlecruisers. And here we started our Stargate, but we need our fleet beacon so we can start building the carriers. It's not that hard to tech up, and like I said, because we have such a great start, and Terrans are taking more of the aggro than Protoss, and we can defend it so easily. It's just a matter of, alright, just get there and then build your stuff. Here you can use Tassadar because he's technically your strongest unit that you start with. And scout up here at the top, and you're gonna find an extra area to mine from. It's a bit awkward because as you see that tile set, those like little bricks below the Vespine geyser, you can't build anything on top of that. So you kind of have to place your base in a weird angle where it favors more the gas as opposed to the minerals. But again, look at the SCVs mining these minerals. Like, minerals, don't worry about it with Protoss. Just make sure the Terrans are the ones that are building all this, or mining all this. And of course, with if we have siege tanks and marines in the bunkers, you want to also upgrade your U-238 shells. Because even though we're not using the marines to attack, we want them to defend, and we want them to do a good job at it. So U-238 shells increase the range. I think it's by 1, or maybe a little bit more. And you add that to the bunker, it's pretty godlike. We went over this way before, back when I was using a shittier mic. I'm sure nobody notices the difference right now. It sounds completely the same. So yeah, Fleet Beacon is activated, and Physics Labs is building. So yeah, we did it. We teched up. Another piece of advice aside from building more photon cannons in this area and then a little bit at the top, is you want to build a second Stargate and a second starport. Because we're going to have enough minerals and gas that we're going to be able to pump out 2 of each. What you could do, I guess, if you want to take more time on the mission, is you can build more Stargates and keep pumping out more carriers. And then once those are done, then you can build more starports and build more battlecruisers and pump them out. But I think it might take the same amount of time, or maybe more, because you're sinking all your resources into one and then switching to the other one. But I think with this, like 2 at a time for each, it's pretty decent. So yeah, once the fleet beacon is done, you also want to upgrade that carrier capacity, because you want the full 8 interceptors in each carrier. And with the battlecruisers, you can upgrade the Yamato cannon, so you can use it, or you cannot. You really don't need it. It's helpful, like, once we start our attack run, to get rid of any of the spore colonies that might be in our way. Here I forgot a little something. I think the SCV can fix any Protoss unit, well, any mechanical Protoss unit, but I couldn't remember if it could actually fix the buildings or not, because it would make sense, right? Kind of, maybe, I don't know. Since we're allies, it'd be like, no, yeah, this is how you fix it. But apparently not. It doesn't fix the buildings. It might fix the units, but it definitely doesn't fix the buildings. And yeah, close to being done, we scout our entrance point. And with these many battlecruisers, the Zerg is not getting anywhere near this base. What they did a little bit ago was, like, you know, the usual queen spawn a broodling. And they did that on one of our siege tanks, but the queen died instantly. And they haven't done it since. One of the things that they sometimes do is they put defilers into your front base and try to plague you out. But trust me, it doesn't work, because your tanks will kill them. So yeah, once we're all done, we have our full squad. It's time to move in. It's time to finish this fight. If you didn't upgrade your Yamato cannon, you can let the carriers take care of any spore colonies. Because the spore colonies is going to focus more on the interceptors than anything else. But here I thought, you know what? No, we're going to do our part. And we shoot 2 Yamato cannons into one of the spore colonies that was bothering us. Again, you don't want to just move in. You kind of want to be careful, because as you start moving in for purple, you're going to be getting a lot more aggro from different units. These queens, oh my god, so good that we were just able to kill them like that. As you can see, battlecruisers were able to take out the Scorch or Scourge, whatever you want to call them, a lot easier than the carriers did. The carriers were kind of like all their units were attacking something else, all their little interceptors, so we lost 2 carriers. The battlecruisers, we haven't lost a thing. We're kind of scratched up, but we are so good, it's ridiculous. More dead queens. And then you let these Hydralisks come up to you, start attacking, and then you just on hold so you can kill them off. We fire all our Yamato cannon at the Overmind, so that way we can kill it a lot quicker. It went from 5,000 to like 2,500, so we did pretty good damage. And then after that, once we clear this area, then we can just focus on the Overmind and kill it.
The warriors have engaged the enemy. The Overmind has been weakened, but I fear we have sustained severe damage ourselves. I will steer the Gantrathor into a collision course with the Overmind. If I can channel enough of the Dark Templar's energy through the hull of the Gantrathor, I should be able to bring swift death to the accursed abomination. Remember us, Executor. Remember what was done here today. May Adu watch over you.
And that's it. We've completed StarCraft Original, the original campaign, the first 3 episodes. And the Overmind, oh, it's gonna die. Just you wait. This is one of the most epic cinematics out there. and it was brought to you by the help of the Terrans. So yeah, enough of my bullshit. Let's see the cinematic. Let's see it. Epilogue. As the chaotic swirling energy subsided, a heavy silence settled over the battlefield of Ire. Due to Tassadar's noble sacrifice, the Overmind was now dead and the Zerg swarms were scattered and broken. But as the heroes surveyed their once glorious homeland, they realized that their victory had cost them all but their lives. Ire was left nothing more than a smoldering ruin. Those few Protoss who survived the final battle could only wonder what the future would hold for their race. And far away on the distant planet Char, Kerrigan, the self-styled Queen of Blades, knew that the time of her ascension was at hand. Boo. Who cares about Kerrigan? Ugh. But yeah, we did it. All of original StarCraft's completed. And yeah, pretty cool game, right? I don't know how people can say Warcraft was a lot better when this was around. Definitely had a lot of fun playing it growing up, and I still play it to this day, obviously why I did it again. But now, guess what we gotta go into? We gotta go into Brood War. And this is where we get new units and a lot harder difficulty. And these are the new chapters, and we're gonna start out with the Protoss. So keep watching. We're still not done yet.